What up, you lab rats? This is episode number 119. Today, we're going to talk about what do I do with all this success? What do I do when I get there? Stay tuned. Hey, welcome back to the lab, your daily inspiration for creating better content. All right, so today's episode here on Throwback Thursday. Once again, let's not forget, let's throw it up. Throw it all the way back to, let's see here. Let's see, what am I going to pick? Throw it all the way back to, let's see. When I had really, really long hair. Okay, cool. Let's throw it all the way back to when I really had long hair. And I'm trying to get it back to that point for the wedding. Speaking of which, the wedding. Oh my gosh, guys. So I was not excited about wedding planning at all. Like I would literally get mad almost because I knew how much work had to be done until I wisened up and asked my friend. I was like, man, I'm so overwhelmed. What should I do? Blah, blah, blah. And she was like, duh, make a list. No, she didn't say it like that. She said, make a list, darling. I was like, oh, okay. Make a list. Duh. Like, take my own damn advice, right? So breaking it down, and we just pummeled through it from like 10 in the morning to about 5. We got so much done, guys. So I feel really good about it. Really jazzed and excited about the wedding again. I had like wedding blues for a minute, for like 2 months. So I was like, now I'm actually really excited because actually, there's still a lot of personal touch, and I was getting to this point of like apathy. I was like, I don't fucking care. I don't care what is there. I just want to show up, and everybody has it taken care of for me. And life's not like that, right? You've got to work for the things that you really want, and so we are now doing that. I'm very happy to report. I'm just saying, pat on the back for bringing out the girly side in me, the feminine side in me that needs to show, that needs to kind of be nurturing about this thing, and to be patient about planning a wedding and to get people involved, right? It's not just you. It's not a selfish thing. It's a community thing. It's a friends and family thing. And so I don't know why I have to remind myself of that. Like, I know that's obvious, but I don't think I'm wired that way. So I need to step it up on that game. All right. So let's get into today's episode. Enough about me. So I was talking to a friend, and he was like, dude, what do I like? This is my plan. And like, what if it actually happens and I actually become successful with it? Like, what do I do with that? Like, I don't want to mess it up. Like, I know it's not going to be like the most awesome thing ever, but I want to be smart about it, and I want to take advantage of whatever success comes my way. And there's more context to that question, I'm sure, of course, but let's speak about that on a general level. Okay. So keeping in line with this week's theme, which is like getting your mental game right. Okay. And keeping in line with Tuesday's episode on being present. So the thing is, when we are, we have this kind of ideal life that we want, and we have this plan, and we want this sort of success. Yeah. Now that's all very good. Now, what happens when that thing kind of takes over you, and now you're like almost afraid of being successful, which I think is more common than we actually talk about. And that is like, what do I do with that? Like, what if I do become internet famous? Like, what if I do, which that's not something I want, but what if I do, sell a bunch of tickets? Yeah. What am I going to do with that? What if everybody knows who I am? What am I going to do with that? So the thing is like, that shit has not even happened yet. Okay. All you can really do is, again, let's reiterate this and be present and focus on what needs to be done. Because I think when you start to do this thing of worrying about the future and go, well, what happens if I become uber successful? And it almost paralyzes you to act and execute and do things, and put your heart into things. into what needs to be done right now, you actually put yourself further away from this idea of success, okay? So I found, okay, in my experience, when you focus too much on what could be and you're not really focusing on the task in front of you, the shit that needs to be done today, because it's not this thing that just magically happens. Yeah, we can say this over and over again, but it's the tedious, it's the fun, it's the glorious, it's the unglamorous shit that you do, good shit, bad shit, whatever. It's the stuff that you do every single day that's going to get you to this your idea of success. Okay, so it's another thing of like not worrying and being stuck in the past. Don't be stuck in the future as well, because you know, like I just said, you bounce back between these two things that are done with and over with. You can't relive that, and things that haven't even happened yet. And you can't even get to this thing that hasn't even happened yet if you don't put in the work today. Yeah. So that's the thing. So if you're worried about the success that you're going to have, or being overwhelmed, that's what it kind of sounds like, being overwhelmed about what can come to you in the future, you're really pushing that away further, I believe, because you're not really focusing on what needs to be done today. Maybe you're not listening and paying attention, so you're missing opportunities that are happening right in front of you because you're worried about this thing that hasn't even happened yet, your fantasy, right? So it's a good way to kind of reel yourself back in, realign, and go, okay, that's cool. If that happens, that's cool. I'm down with that. I'm diggity down with that. But today, I need to send out an email newsletter that offers more service, more value than expected, right? Or I need to put out content that shows my authenticity and offers value, and then maybe I'll, give light to the workshop that I'm having. And I'm not going to hard sell anybody. I'm always going to offer value, and I'm always going to be of service and have this mindset that is not focused on the money, but is focused on the service, which I'll talk to you about next week. Okay. So these are the things, guys. It's the moment. Yeah. It's the moment. It's like, this is why I kind of loved photography when I was doing it, even though there was a bunch of shit that I didn't love. There was the moment. And in the moment, I didn't hate photography. I didn't hate what I was doing. And I didn't hate, not being in a career that I didn't love, because I was just in this moment. I was in this moment of like, oh my God, I don't even know these people, but I'm tearing up because I'm here. I'm attached to what's happening in front of me, which is, this daughter dancing with her dad for, the first time ever. They never did anything like this until their wedding. Or I'm hearing the vows of somebody who was extremely happy-go-lucky or serious, and now he's crying in front of me, So focus on the moment, right? The moment, the stuff that needs to happen right now, the today, the now, the present. Okay, so that's our episode here on Throwback Thursday. Keeping this one light. Okay, cool. So good things, guys. The workshop is still going on. We are happy to announce that Anthony Tran from the Marketing Access Pass will be sharing his secrets, SEO secrets. I love SEO secrets with us on WordPress, because if you're smart and you're not following my example, which is creating content and making a blog post out of it, which is something I should be doing, I know. I just need a little help with that. And he's going to be telling us all about this. It's called on-page SEO. And I'm very excited about that, because that's what leads you to be discovered, right? And gives you this sort of juice to run through the Google engines and be right up there where you need to be and not lost within the feed. So that's going to be really important. I look forward to that in the workshop. And we're also going to sit down with Anthony, I think sometime soon for an interview. So stay tuned for that too, if we can nail down a date. Yeah, good things here, guys. If you like this episode, please leave a like and leave a comment below if you want to join this conversation. I love hitting it up in the comments, and subscribe to the channel if you're digging this jam. And that's it, guys. So once again, my name is Megan, reminding you to get in the lab. We'll see you. Hey, thanks for sticking around to the end. I really appreciate it. I'm lucky to have you. So if you're digging this jam over here and you don't want to miss anything, because I release episodes like every day, like even Sunday. Okay. You'll want to get on my newsletter list. That's gettingthelab.me/join to join my newsletter list for free. And I'll be releasing kind of, exclusive stuff that I don't release anywhere else. Okay. So good things, guys. We'll see you next time. Peace.